It is the Tara, an upset winner here in the Belmont Stakes.
When there's a Triple Crown on the line, there's a buzz at Belmont that you don't get anywhere else, because this is the ultimate race. You win the Derby, you got to win the Preakness. You win the Preakness, you got to win the Belmont. When you get to the Belmont with one win left, it's extremely exciting. Since starting in 1979, there have been 12 horses who have won the Derby and the Preakness. 11 of them didn't win in the Belmont, and the 12th, I'll Have Another, was scratched the day before the race with a leg injury. The excitement when a Triple Crown is on the line and the gates are about to open at Belmont is about as exciting as it gets for a New York sporting event. The roar is very loud and very heartfelt.
When there's a Triple Crown on the line and the horses come to the top of the stretch at Belmont, there is not another sound in sports like it.
The question is, can you stay a mile and a half? And that's the great mystery. There hasn't been a Triple Crown winner since 1978, when Affirmed became the third to do it in 6 years.
Affirmed and Alidar, heads apart. Affirmed's got a nose in front as they come onto the wire.
Seattle Slew did it the year before.
They're nearing the finish line. It's still Seattle Slew, and he's opened it out to 4.5.
Secretariat did it in 1973.
Secretariat has opened the 22-length lead. He is going to be the Triple Crown winner.
Before Secretariat did it, it had been 25 years since one of the all-time greats, Citation, won the Triple Crown in 1948. So there have been long droughts before, but never one as long as 36 years.
At the end of the 70s, people were saying, it's too easy, we've got to make it tougher. Now it's been 36 years and we're back full circle to that talk, it's too hard, we got to make it easier. Well, I think they got to keep it exactly the way it is. It's the hard that makes it great, and only truly great horses should win it.
I think the industry could really use a Triple Crown winner right now, especially with a story like this horse has. You know, it didn't cost a ton of money to buy this or to breed him, and it's just kind of a feel-good story. Just goes to show you never know what, you know, what can happen in this game.
Everybody wants to see a champion and they want a good story. Well, I think you have a champion and you've got a great story. He's got connections that are very easy to root for. A horse that comes from pretty humble beginnings.
California Chrome is one of the most interesting horses to go for the Triple Crown ever. He was bred in the San Joaquin Valley in California, which is known for producing fruits and vegetables, not top thoroughbreds. His co-owners, Perry Martin and Steve Coburn, bought his mother for only $8,000 and paid only $2,500 for a stud fee to breed her to Lucky Pulpit, and out came California Chrome. Steve Coburn, he said he told his wife, Carolyn, he had a dream of what the horse would look like. Before he was born, he said the horse would be a chestnut with white markings on his face and 4 white stockings. Lo and behold, when he appeared, that's exactly what he looked like.
But basically, it's 3 races in 5 weeks at 3 different distances at 3 different tracks. It's a lot for any horse to handle.
And horses get sick very easily, they get hurt very easily. So keeping a top horse in top shape for the Triple Crown season, and the preps start in February or March, is extremely difficult. Thoroughbreds are just so fragile. A great trainer named Charlie Whittingham, one of the best trainers of all time, his line, which has been quoted forever, is horses are like strawberries. They can go bad overnight. California Chrome has an ideal running style for the Belmont Stakes because he could go to the lead and set slow fractions if he has to. He can sit off the pace also, and he has quick acceleration, which is very important.
I think California Chrome has the ability. I really think he's a horse that can win it, and I think he'd be deserving of the Triple Crown.
I said it before, this is one of the first races that I've actually said, you know, we got a great chance of winning it. Because I never say that. Because it's a horse racing, anything can happen. But if he has a clean race, I don't think they'll beat him. You know, and I've never said that before about him.
When I first got here, I was amazed at the size of it. I'm getting used to it now, but the place is so massive.
Do you have the stamina as well as the speed to last 12 furlongs, which is 1.5 miles, which is as far as any American horse is ever asked to run in a major race?
And this building is so big that, you know, the stretch is in Nassau County and the top of the stretch is in Queens.
It's funny because the first couple of days that I got them on the track, I was like, is this track ever gonna end?
The Belmont Stakes, you know, obviously it's the oldest of the American Classics, 146 years. It's older than the Kentucky Derby, older than the Preakness. 1.5 mile distance is truly the test of a champion.
The history of this place, I mean, you look at the walls and some of the horses that have run here, it's just, I mean, it's been some of the greatest horses that have ever lived run here.
It's a great feeling to be here, you know? I mean, it's the first time I've ever been here. I mean, I watched it on TV and all that, but being here, it's like a Yankee fan would feel going into the Yankee Stadium, and not only just to be here to compete, you know, we'll probably have a potential Triple Crown winner, which makes it even better. I think it takes a special horse to get it done, you know, and I think he's the one. It just, you know, a lot of people say, oh, is he gonna be able to take the 1.5 miles at Belmont? Is he, you know, is he fit enough? But if you look at his pedigree, he's got Secretariat, Seattle Slew, you know, he's got some horses that have done it in his pedigree. So he has you know, the foundation to get it done. And the way he's been training over this track, it's shown me that he'll be able to get it.
People always ask when a Triple Crown is on the line, why hasn't one been won in so many years? Horses used to be bred more for stamina than for speed. That's changed. Horses are considered to be more fragile now than they were years ago. Citation ran 16 times, 4 wins and 2 seconds before winning the Triple Crown. That's unheard of now. I mean, people look back and think, was this horse from the same species as the ones we have now? Now horses maybe run 5, 6 times a year. The breed now is just much more fragile. Trainers' philosophies have changed as far as how often they run their horses.
In '77, that morning I galloped a horse on the Belmont main track, and then that afternoon stayed for the race. The Seattle Slew won it, and I remember going home that night thinking, I was on the same track that Seattle Slew just won the Triple Crown on.
Secretariat was the best horse ever to look through a bridle, ever. What he did here in 1973 is, it's the theater of the absurd. To go at a 12 clip for 12 furlongs, it just can't happen. You know, moving like a tremendous machine. And, you know, and Ronnie just kind of sitting there. He is the standard by which everyone is compared.
Wednesday's time 2:04. Can California Chrome do it? Hoping to make horse racing history at Belmont Park today.
If you don't have a ticket, you go to the other side. I assume everyone has a ticket here? Everyone has a ticket.
We're here to see history. He's gonna do it.
1.5 mile stuff. I'm hoping he wins. Honestly, do I think he's gonna win? No.
California Chrome wins by 12 lengths today.
It's not easy, but it's just races. You know, I'm always ready for the best and the worst. And today I feel like we don't have enough to be able to win this race.
Get a picture of Chrome.
We were a little bit nervous about having the outside post and how he'd react to the crowd, and he was perfect. He didn't bother him a bit, and he broke well, got a good position, and Joel rode him beautifully. We loved California Chrome. We hoped he'd win the Triple Crown, but we love our horse too.
California Chrome was an exceptional horse. He had every advantage on paper, and he still couldn't do it. Starting in 1979, the year after Affirmed won the last Triple Crown, I have always thought there would never be another one. And what happened Saturday just kind of convinced me that something bad is always going to happen.